So hello everyone, this is Pratik Nayak, first year MBBS student at All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Nagpur. In this video, I will be going to share with you all one of the best experiences of my first year MBBS journey. That is, I leaded a team and we won the first prize in biochemistry mini lecture competition, which was organized by our biochemistry department recently. So what was our topic was calcium metabolism and homeostasis. We were given the topics 10 days earlier, and not gonna flex, but I leaded the team and my team members were also so supportive that हमको पहले से ही पता था कि फर्स्ट तो हम ही आने वाले. So our team name was the Kel Bandin Comrades, and this is what we did. आई विल ऑल्सो सजेस्ट यू कि ये जो MBBS स्टूडेंट है फर्स्ट ईयर, वो इस वीडियो को पूरा देखना, क्योंकि अगर इस वीडियो को देखोगे तो कैल्शियम मेटाबॉलिज्म एंड होम्योस्टेसिस तुमको पूरा समझ आ जाएगा, ये मेरी गारंटी है. दिस इज हाउ इफेक्टिवली वी प्रिपेयर्ड आवर प्रेजेंटेशन. सो दिस वीडियो इज इंफॉर्मेटिव एज वेल एज इट इज़ वेरी फनी. बीच में काफ़ी फनी मोमेंट्स भी है, तो आप ये वीडियो लास्ट तक ज़रूर देखना और कैसा लगे बताना. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं.
अबे ये क्या पी रहा है तू?
भाई दूध पी रहा हूँ।
छोटी बच्ची हो क्या? ये दूध कौन पीता है?
भाई दूध में कैल्शियम होता है।
कैल्शियम के क्या काम है?
तेरे को नहीं पता? इंग्लिश आती है?
हाँ ऑफ कोर्स.
चला दिखाता हूँ.
So our channel name is
तो यहाँ पे मैंने गलती से आवर टीम नेम इसके बदले ऐसा कह दिया था कि आवर चैनल नेम इस. अब तुम्हारी वजह से यूट्यूब चैनल करते करते वहाँ भी चैनल नेम निकल पड़ा और सारे लोग हंसने लगे. और ये भी सबको लग रहा था कि स्क्रिप्टेड है, बट ये स्क्रिप्टेड नहीं था. अच्छी बात ये हुई कि इसके वजह से लोगों का अटेंशन और हमारी प्रेजेंटेशन की तरफ आया और लोगों ने और ध्यान दिया इस पे. और चलिए फिर आगे देखते हैं क्या हुआ.
Here to talk about the element calcium. Calcium is one of the major elements of our body and is required in excess of 100 milligram per day.
The recommended daily allowance of calcium is 500 milligrams per day. For growing children, it is about 1200 milligrams per day, and for pregnant and lactating women, it is 1500 milligrams per day.
Do you know that 1 to 1.5 kg of calcium is present in our body weight? Body weight is calcium, out of which 99% is present in bone and teeth, and around 1% is present in extracellular fluid.
Calcium is obtained from milk, vegetables, fish, and eggs.
Hold on, you forgot about cereals. Cereals form a major component of calcium source in an Indian diet.
So, now let's talk about the absorption of calcium. First, it takes part in first and second part of the duodenum. It is facilitated by active transport by calcium transporter. Let's talk about the factors affecting calcium absorption. First, the factors that promotes calcium absorption, which are vitamin D, which forms cal binding in intestinal cells, therefore more absorption of calcium. The second is parathormone, which increases calcium transport from the intestinal epithelial cells, which will increase the absorption. And the acidity also favors the calcium absorption. And the basic amino acids, lysine and arginine, favors calcium absorption. The second one is the decrease of calcium absorption. The factors affecting decreased absorption are phytic acid, which can be reduced by fermentation and cooking. The second one is oxalates, which forms insoluble salts in the intestinal lumen, therefore no absorption of calcium. The third one is phosphates, which also forms insoluble salts in intestinal lumen, therefore no absorption of calcium. And the malabsorption syndrome, in which there is no absorption of fatty acids, therefore formation of calcium fatty acid salts, which will lead to low absorption of calcium. Now we will talk about the uptake of cells. Calcium uptake by cells. It is done, the calcium from the outside of the blood is taken up by cells with the help of sodium calcium exchanger, in which 3 sodium is pushed out of the cell and a calcium molecule is taken inside the cells. This is also done with the help of voltage channels and secondary messenger channels. Now we'll talk about the uptake by the mitochondria. First, the calcium is uptaken by the calcium uniport system, and the calcium is exited by exchanger antiport, sodium calcium antiport, and the sodium is maintained with the help of sodium hydrogen antiport.
So now let's talk about the functions of calcium. One of the main functions of calcium is the activation of enzymes. The calcium activates the enzymes by a calcium calmodulin mechanism. So in the first stage is the binding of calcium with the calmodulin. This complex now activates a kinase. The active kinase will now phosphorylate the enzyme, and in turn the phosphorylated enzyme will produce a biological effect. So the other functions of calcium, calcium plays a major role in muscles. It activates the ATPase enzyme in muscles, and it facilitates the EC coupling. Also, calcium reduces the neuromuscular irritability of muscle, and it also prevents tetany. Nerve conduction. Calcium plays a very important role in nerve conduction in passing the impulse from the presynaptic to the postsynaptic neuron. It also helps in the secretion of hormones, and it acts as a secondary messenger in systems involving inositol 3-phosphate and G protein. Vascular permeability decreases the vascular permeability, and it is used clinically to reduce the allergic exudates in conditions. It is also known as factor 4 and helps in activation of prothrombin to thrombin, and hence plays a very important role in the blood coagulation cascade. Myocardium, it prolongs the systole in the myocardium, and therefore when IV calcium is given, it should be given very slowly so as not to induce cardiac arrest. Calpains, it is also a major part in calpains. Calpains are cysteine dependent proteases.
The normal levels of calcium are between 9 to 11 milligram per deciliter, and 5 milligram out of which are in the ionized form, which is the metabolically active form of calcium, while 4 milligram is bound to the blood proteins and 1 milligram is complexed with phosphates and bicarbonates. Talking about the homeostasis of calcium, in homeostasis of calcium, main aim is to maintain the serum calcium level between 9 to 11 milligram per deciliter, and this is done by the three main factors. First is vitamin D, second is parathyroid hormone, and third is calcitonin.
Now let's talk about the calcitonin. It is formed in the skin with from 7-dehydrocholesterol, which is hydroxylated at liver and then at kidney. The role of calcitonin in absorption at intestine. Calcitriol in the absorption of intestine. It will form as the calcitriol goes to the cells. It will bind with the receptor and form calcitriol receptor complex, which will result in more transcription of mRNA of cal binding. Therefore, more cal binding protein. Therefore, more absorption of calcium. Now, its effect on the kidney. The calcitriol will increase the reabsorption of calcium ions in the renal tubules. And the next one is from the bone. In bone, calcitriol increases the osteoblast activity, therefore more secretion of alkaline phosphatase, therefore more phosphate, and which will result in more calcium uptake, so there will be bone mineralization. प्रतीक तो समझ में आया?
ये वाला जो था विटामिन डी वाला वो मतलब कैसे वाला समझ नहीं आया.
चल तो समझाता हूँ वीडियो से.
अब समझ आ गया अच्छे से.
Parathyroid hormone, which is secreted from the chief cells of the parathyroid gland, also plays a very important role in regulation. Parathyroid hormone regulates the absorption of calcium at three sites, namely the bones, kidney, and the intestine. All three sites help in increasing the serum calcium level. Parathyroid hormones acts in the cells through the adenylyl cyclase mechanism. Action of parathyroid hormone on bones. In bones, it causes the demineralization by inducing pyrophosphatase in the bones. Parathyroid hormone increases the number of osteoclasts. These osteoclasts secrete lactate, which helps in dissolving the calcium, and also secrete collagenase, which helps in dissolving the matrix of the bone. Action of parathyroid hormone on kidneys. These increase the renal absorption of calcium, and it increases the excretion of phosphate. The increased excretion of phosphate is required to maintain the reciprocal relationship between the levels of calcium and phosphate in the body. Action of PTH on intestine. The calcitriol, which acts on the intestinal cells to enhance the production of calbindin, which increases the absorption of calcium from the intestine.
The third and the last hormone which is regulating the calcium is calcitonin. Calcitonin is secreted by the parafollicular cells of the thyroid gland, and it has major function of this is to decrease the serum calcium levels. It acts on the majorly two sides, which is bone and kidney. In bone, it would inhibit the resorption of the bone, and in kidney, it would reduce the uptake of calcium by the kidneys. It is an antagonist hormone to the parathyroid hormone, and thus decreases the serum calcium levels. Now we will end this presentation with the conclusion of the case, which was shown at the beginning of the presentation.
So, as you know, the diuretics will act on kidney and will cause the inhibition of water to treat the hypertension. But it also acts on the calcium ATPase pump and can inhibit the reabsorption of calcium from the renal tubules. So, in order to prevent the deficiency of calcium in the patient, we will give multivitamins with it.
Thank you, sir. I understood.
सो ये था हमारा प्रेजेंटेशन बायोकेमिस्ट्री मिनी लेक्चर कंपटीशन के लिए, और आपको भी देख के लग ही गया होगा कि अगर इसको फर्स्ट प्राइज नहीं मिलेगा तो किसको मिलेगा। सो ये रहे जो हमने फोटोज ली, बायोकेमिस्ट्री डिपार्टमेंट ने जो प्राइज थी। तो जो बायोकेमिस्ट्री डिपार्टमेंट ने हमको प्राइज दिया वो वर्थ ₹1500 कैश प्राइज अलॉन्ग विथ सर्टिफिकेट्स। सो बहुत मज़ा आया ये टीम एक्टिविटी करने में, एंड आई होप कि तुम्हें कैल्शियम मेटाबॉलिज्म भी इसके साथ अच्छे से समझ आ गया होगा। तो वीडियो कैसा लगा, लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर करना। अंटिल देन आई साइन ऑफ, बाय।